Hello, my people. Today we are going to talk about NeuroFlow. This NeuroFlow is just a device that was invented as a new innovation for our neuro patient. That's the patient that are undergoing a neurological disorders. In my ward, as a neurotrauma ward nurse. So, first of all, before I start with the presentation, let me start by explaining what NeuroFlow is. A NeuroFlow is a smart bedside CSF and ICV monitoring system. This monitoring system is just a compact and non-invasive system that continuously monitors cerebrospinal fluid flow and intracranial pressure at the bedside in order to help patient prevent secondary brain injury. So the reason why I come up with this innovation is there are many challenges in my ward, that a neurotrauma ward, which includes delayed detection of increased intracranial pressure, and also there is invasive cerebrospinal fluid and intracranial pressure monitoring, which most of the patients are very likely highly at high risk of developing infection. Then what also make me to have this innovation is the manual monitoring of the patient intracranial pressure and cerebrospinal fluid and other neurological functions of the patient, which if the manual equipment are used, it makes the nurses very stressful, and there is no integration with the rehabilitation process. That's when a patient is undergoing a physiotherapy. So this is the machine. It has a digital screen and it has some alert colors. It has a cable and others. Let us move to the parts. So as you see in the diagram, it has a digital screen which displays intracranial pressure values, cerebrospinal flow rates, and alert indicators. Then there is a base unit which processes readings from non-invasive sensors or CSF drain. Then there is sensor cable port which connects the ultrasound sensor or CSF line to the patient head. Then there is alert light slash icon which blinks if the pressure, that's if the intracranial pressure rises beyond the normal range. So as the problems or the challenges that I've stated earlier, there are solutions to these problems, which include the compact bedside system. As I explained, this NeuroFlow is a smart bedside CSF and ICV monitoring system. It is non-invasive ICV estimation. It uses advanced ultrasound or near infrared technology at the optic nerve sheath or skull in order to estimate ICV levels without needing any surgical sensors. So as I explained, it deals with it is a non-invasive machine or monitor which monitors the patient intracranial pressure. Then it also reads, or it also monitor the cerebrospinal flow for patients with ventriculostomies or shunts. This device tracks in the cerebrospinal drainage in a real time. Then it has automatic alerts, alarms for rising, which these alarms, or there is alarms which shows the rising of the intracranial pressure, or if there is abnormal cerebrospinal trends. It sends updates to the central nervous station and mobile devices. So it is connected to the central nervous station in order for the nurses to have a clear view of what the patient is going on. Then it has rehabilitation integration. This device, it tracks correlation between intracranial pressure and cerebrospinal stability and response to the therapy or physiotherapy, as I have explained earlier. Let's move to the next slide. So the key features of this device are, as I explained, it is a non-invasive monitoring device, and it also monitors flow, CSF flow, and it has an automatic alert, and it has patient-centric dashboard, which is very simple for the nurses to detect if there is problem with the patient. And also it has a rehabilitation integration, as I've explained. It tracks intracranial pressure and cerebrospinal responses to the therapy, and it also supports recovery plans. So why this device is needed in my ward? That's as a neurotrauma ward nurse, why this device is needed in my ward. It is needed in my ward because there are many challenges, as I have explained earlier, which makes patient to develop secondary injuries. So if this device, if this smart bedside monitoring device is invented, there will be early warning which prevents herniation, that's secondary complications like herniation and others, and it reduces ICU burden for the patients that are in ICU. It makes them to feel very comfortable and non-stressful in monitoring the patient. And also this machine, it improves recovery, it enables stable healing environment. So my vision, or my future vision for this device: AI-based prediction of critical intracranial pressure spikes, then integration with telemedicine, data analytics for personalized neurocare. So what I want is that if this device was invented or is going to be invented, that I want to invent, when I invented this device, I want it to be as useful to the neuro trauma patients, in order to make the nurses give a holistic care to their patient without much stress. In conclusion, this NeuroFlow is a safer monitoring and better device which gives a better outcomes of the patient care, and it protects patient from infection, that's from invasive procedure, because this device is a non-invasive device, so it protects patient from developing infection while receiving treatment or in diagnostic it protects patient from infection, and it supports nurses when caring for the patient, and it drives innovation in trauma care. That's the conclusion of this presentation. As I said, I'm a male neurotrauma patient, a male neurotrauma nurse, and I wish you all the best. And I want this device to be invented as soon as possible. Thank you for listening.